Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 342, Terminal. My name is Joe.
My name is Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, Joe.
How the hell are you?
I'm doing okay.
All right. What you know about Terminal?
It's a movie starring Tom Hanks.
Yes, it is, and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes. Thank you, because
Yeah.
forgot who the female lead in that was.
I only knew that off the top of my head because I just saw it on IMDb.
Yeah, it's hard to search for this movie.
It is. Yeah, a lot of other things come up instead.
I think we talked about that like 6 weeks ago, the last time we recorded.
I think so. It has been a little bit. It hasn't been that long.
Not that long.
We took a week off and we chilled for a week, and it's been okay.
There's holidays happening.
Yeah.
It was just Christmas this past week, so Merry Christmas to all, belatedly.
Merry Christmas.
It happened like 3 months ago by the time you're listening to it.
Right.
It's now Easter in present day.
You know what? Beware the Ides of March, everyone.
I think Easter is in March this year.
I think it usually is. Maybe April.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually I look on my my work calendar and say, okay, the big two, Christian holidays are over.
Right.
When's my next day off?
Right.
And it's like 3 months from now.
All right, so you work at a church.
Yes, I do.
What is the Super Bowl of Christianity? Is it Christmas or is it Easter?
So my old boss, she would say Easter.
Okay.
She was more into Easter than she was Christmas.
Okay.
But I would say Christmas is just far busier. And there seems to be just a lot more events and a lot more expectation around it, at least as far as just church events go.
Okay.
Church going, membership, etc., etc. But yeah, like I said, my old boss, she was more excitable about Easter than she was Christmas.
I've been thinking about this over the past couple weeks. And I think I agree with your boss.
Okay.
Because, Christmas, everybody gets born.
Sure.
Very few people die and then come back to life 3 days later.
This is true. Very few.
So, I think if you're looking at defining moments as far as religions go, that's probably one of the big ones.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but it's interesting to hear that Christmas is busier.
Yeah, but that could just be because of the cultural aspect of it, and just more than just diehard Christians celebrate Christmas.
Right.
I mean, look at hedonistic atheists like myself.
Right.
I'm still celebrating Christmas. As much as I can anyway.
Die Hard Christians, by the way, is the Pure Flix version of Die Hard. Speaking of Christmas movies.
It is a Christmas movie, yes.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Friends.
Oh, boy.
Terminal.
Not
to be confused with the aforementioned The Terminal.
No defining article here, just Terminal.
Also not to be confused with the Flash storyline Terminal Velocity.
Nope.
Which I can see how you would get confused by that.
Sure. I mean, there are a number of connections with the DC universe in this movie.
That's true. I mean, the Speed Force does put in an appearance. The way the movie jumps back and forth in time.
Yep.
That's all through the Speed Force.
It's all Speed Force these days.
That's true. You know what?
Speed Force and ball bearings.
Speed Force this and Speed Force that.
Do you...
I'm so excited to see where this goes.
Do you think Mark Waid ever sits around and regrets the fact that he came up with the name Speed Force?
You know, probably. I think it was a placeholder name. Kind of like Anti-Monitor.
Sure.
That just stuck. So I could see that. I could see that being a regret.
Is that true about Anti-Monitor?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think... I forget if both Monitor and Anti-Monitor were placeholders. I know the Monitor was originally called the Librarian.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I'm pretty sure...
Anti-Librarian.
Anti-Librarian, yeah.
Just a loud guy.
The bookstore. Just a loud guy. The talker. But yeah, Anti-Monitor was a placeholder name, and Marv Wolfman and Dick Giordano could not come up with anything better, so that's what it was.
All right. I mean, it worked.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets the point across.
Sure. I mean, up until this very moment, I did not know that and never questioned it.
Yeah.
Speed Force, I have questioned since the day I read it.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's fair. But I think, you know, now that we've got the Still Force and the Sage Force and the Strength Force, I think probably Speed Force is a name that's gonna just, it's not going anywhere.
What?
Oh, did you not know this? Either from the comics or the TV show?
Apparently not. No.
Okay, yeah, no, there's other forces out there.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody still acknowledges them.
Okay.
They were introduced 4 or 5 years ago.
Alrighty.
And then quickly became a central part of the TV show.
I now that you mention it, I feel like Strength Force, at least, was something that I did vaguely remember from the TV show, which was, I think, right about the time where I just bailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you made the right choice.
Yeah. If it happened in the comics more than 2 years ago, then I did not pay attention because Wally wasn't the Flash.
Right.
And I only started reading them again when Wally became the Flash.
Yeah, this was part of when Justice League relaunched with Scott Snyder writing it.
Okay.
And yeah, it was after Metal, I think.
Okay.
They introduced, like, I don't know, they breached the source wall or something, and all these new forces were unleashed, and there was like a year-long storyline in the Flash about all of them, and then they haven't really been seen or heard from again.
If it has in the newest issues of The Flash, I couldn't tell you because it is really damn confusing, and I don't know what the fuck is happening.
There was one part, I haven't read this week's issue of The Flash, but there was a part in the previous issue where I remember Max Mercury saying something about what you call the Speed Force,
yeah.
as if he has not also been calling it the Speed Force
well, that's just
for the past 30 years.
That's just for us laymen.
Oh, right.
He knows better.
He knows what the Latin name is.
Yeah.
I wish he'd share it with the class. Max.
Speaking of not knowing a goddamn thing what's happening,
yeah.
What is this movie?
I'm not sure.
I know I picked it, but
yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's interesting. I mean, it's got people in it.
There's definitely some people.
At least 2 people, 2.5 people, I would say, are in this movie.
Oh, no, I'm now curious who the half is.
Oh, Mike Myers.
Okay. That would have been my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to spoil the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah.
Because there's really not much to it beyond the twists at the end.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll try to talk our way around, I guess, dissecting this thing.
Yeah.
Critically. I mean, not our strong suit, but...
Yeah. I think we can manage.
Yeah. I mean, you probably guessed what my review is already.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think I do.
Okay.
I think I know. Do you know what I thought of this movie?
Did you love this movie?
No.
Okay, good. Thank God.
No, I was along for the ride.
All right.
As sort of a mid-level neo-noir kind of thing. Until probably the last 20-25 minutes, whenever the twists start happening.
Yeah.
And that's when it completely lost me.
I mean, I was hoping that it would all work out in some sort of a way, but I was not particularly enjoying it up to that point.
Yeah.
And then when the twists came, they were all just so dumb.
Yeah.
And so nonsensical and barely tied anything together.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess it all does, but like, by a thread.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that we are expecting to be tied together, which is set up in the first scene of the movie, ultimately doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, ultimately, it's sort of... So basically what we have is we have Margot Robbie's character, who, in the opening scene, is in a confessional talking to a disguised voice, and pitching, sort of taking over business,
yeah,
in quotes, which I guess is, being like a hit person or whatever.
Yeah.
For some sort of shadowy criminal / organization.
Yes.
And she lays out a plan for how to do that, and then if you can remember that scene happened as the rest of the movie takes place, the rest of the movie is her sort of carrying out that plan until it's not.
Right.
Until it's actually about the secret plan behind the plan that no one was privy to, and we only know about because of a 10-15 minute exposition dump at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's real long.
It's so long.
This is not a very long movie as is.
J.K. Rowling was rolling over in her grave at how long this exposition dump is. Because she is the queen of exposition dumps.
Alright.
Yeah.
I never read the books.
Or she was.
Okay.
Yeah. Rest in hell.
No, she's the queen of turfs.
That's right. She is the queen of turfs. Holy shit. Oh. Yas, turf queen. Go off.
This actually has some J.K. Rowling connections, too.
It does, actually, yeah. Yeah, Neville Longbottom himself is in this movie.
Yeah.
Very, very briefly.
Mm-hmm. But shows up twice.
Shows up twice,
yeah.
Yeah. Matthew Lewis, I believe is his actual name.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend was always talked about him.
Yeah.
A lot. Met him at a convention. Got her picture taken with him.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yep. She was a fan.
He's a handsome guy.
He is. He grew up to be a very handsome man.
He did.
Yeah. I really only know of him. I mean, she did force me to watch those movies.
Right.
But before that, there's an MC Chris song.
Okay.
Called The Chosen One.
Yeah.
Which is all about how the whole Harry Potter saga technically actually revolves around Neville Longbottom.
Right.
Because he is the Chosen One.
Exactly. Yeah, his story is very parallel to Harry's.
Yeah. And the only reason I even knew that was because I was with a different ex-girlfriend. And we were driving around and it came up on my shuffle. And she said, "Is this song about Neville Longbottom?" Said, I have no idea.
That's awesome. I want to listen to that now.
All right, let's pause.
Okay.
And we're back.
Holy shit, that was great. That was so good.
MC Chris is a great rapper.
I loved the part where he rhymed Neville with devil.
I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me, but, you know.
Right.
As is a lot of this movie. Except for when it's not obvious because it comes out of fucking nowhere.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, the first twist I feel like is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
The second one, not at all.
New.
Yeah.
I would just like to say that Pulp Fiction and The Usual Suspects have a lot to fucking answer for.
Yes, they do. Maybe The Usual Suspects has a little bit more to answer for. At least a couple of the people involved.
Fair.
Oh, my one-time favorite movie.
I mean, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Made by horrible monsters.
Yep. Gabriel Byrne.
Aw, what did he do?
He was Irish.
Oh, okay. Wow. Did not know this was that kind of podcast.
That's why I hated this movie. They were all from the UK in here.
Oh, no. It's true. Where were the Americans? I mean, Mike Myers.
Oh, yeah.
Why is Mike Myers in this movie?
I don't know.
What in the world?
And it's the first movie he'd been in since 2012.
Right.
The fuck?
Yeah.
How do you choose that?
Yeah. That's so strange. Wait, you mean I get to do two different accents?
Did he?
Is it ish?
Ish.
Oh, man.
When at the end,
Uh-huh.
when he is fully revealed and then has been captured,
Yes.
all I could think about was, hello, my name is Simon. I like to do drawings.
See, when he was taking off all of his prosthetics, I was like, oh, this is what he did at the end of every day of filming of Austin Powers 2 with his fat bastard prosthetics. And then all I could think about was fat bastards.
But before the movie started, and I knew Mike Myers was in this, I was curious, what kind of accent he was going to be going for.
Yeah.
I figured it would just be his Shrek, Scottish
Right,
accent.
me too. Yeah.
But no, he just goes for a basic British accent.
Yeah.
A little Cockney in his first guise.
Right.
And then a little more refined when he is revealed, which is one of the twists of this movie.
Yes. It's the first hat of this movie.
Yeah. Because when he shows up, my first thought, other than, okay, what accent is he going to do, is, and also, why is he in this again?
Yeah.
But then when he shows up, it's like, why is he that?
Yeah.
And how is that going to play into this? He's clearly more than what he is presenting
He's Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the janitor in a train station.
Yeah. And I mean, he pops up throughout the movie.
Sure. So obviously, you know that he's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And then even when that's revealed, it's just sort of so dumb.
You mean the literal Kaiser Soze sequence?
Yes.
Speaking of The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
When he removes his limp.
Yep. At least I don't want to say it's subtle, because it's not.
It's not even a little bit.
But At least they're not focusing on his leg.
Yeah.
When he stops limping.
That's true.
He just sort of straightens out and then he walks normal.
You know the scene in Superman the movie? Right after the flying sequence, when Clark shows up at Lois's apartment.
Is this the one with the bang in the middle of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That is part of the flying sequence,
okay.
though.
Right.
Yeah, treat yourself. Check that out. And it's a donk. It's not a bang.
I forgot.
It's okay. But yeah, the part where like Christopher Reeve comes in as Clark, and then like Lois leaves the room, and he sort of like takes his glasses off because she's all flustered from Superman, and then you see him go from Clark to Superman.
Yeah.
I feel like Mike Myers tried to do that in this movie, but he just stays the same.
He's no Christopher Reeve.
He's no Christopher Reeve, that's for sure. You, sir, are no Christopher Reeve.
I also want to throw, just for aesthetic reasons, Tron has a lot to answer for, too.
Okay. Blade Runner also, maybe
a little
bit?
A little bit Blade Runner there.
Yeah, I mean, the definitely, like, when I said that Margot Robbie was a replicant, I feel like the way that she was dressed, the way her hair was styled, the way that she was acting was entirely Sean Young.
Absolutely.
From Blade Runner.
Yep. There's fashion choices in this that are definitely Blade Runner-esque.
Yeah.
Cinematography is definitely out of Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a blatant from the trunk shot of a car. You know?
Right.
And then, the plot is all Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
This is a bad movie.
You mentioned the costumes.
Yeah.
I mentioned the costumes too, I guess.
Yeah.
I noticed in the opening credits that the costume designer's name was Julian Day, the Calendar Man.
I did see Julian Day's name in there. Did not occur to me.
It's like, why are they going to this guy whose costume is ridiculous?
His costume is the best.
It is awesome.
And not that. Listen, I love Tim Sale, but not that Tim Sale tattooed forehead bullshit.
No, we're talking calendar pages turning into a cape behind you.
Yep.
Beautiful work. A+, no notes.
Exactly.
Anyway, that had been on my mind for the past 2.5 hours.
It's only an hour and a half movie.
You know what? It feels like forever.
It kind of drags. The 3 different endings didn't help.
Yeah.
There were 3 specific spots where I was like, okay, well, that's the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not so
Still
much.
going. And that was before even the twists start.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have Simon Pegg as a seemingly unrelated character to everything.
Yep.
And I guess not seemingly, like he is basically unrelated to everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he's a dying man who comes into the diner or whatever and chats with Margot Robbie's character Annie.
Yeah. One of her characters.
What? Spoilers. What? Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, okay.
We'll
Yeah.
we can put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sort of follows that, and then it follows a pair of assassins who are recruited by Mr. Franklin.
Yes, our mysterious big bad.
Yes.
Never seen, only heard with digitized voice.
Yeah.
The guy that Margot Robbie's character
works for?
She's like pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's pitching him. But does he know that that's who it is? I guess he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, why does he do her the favor with Simon Pegg's character? Like, what is that?
I mean, before we even know what that is all. No. Like, when she is in the confessional at the very start of this movie.
Yeah.
And she is like, I can do this for you, and let me do this. Give me 2 weeks, and this will all be done.
Yeah.
And I will take all of your work. but I also need a favor.
Yeah.
No one does that.
No, yeah. You are asking someone for a job, madam.
Yeah.
This is not how an interview works.
Exactly. Very presumptuous. Because you could just say, no, I'm just going to stick with my plan.
Oh, so strange.
This movie, dare I say, is not very well thought out.
Why does Mr. Franklin use a voice changer?
Right?
Like, he's already using two different voices when he's the janitor and when he's Mr. Franklin. Why is he using a voice changer? What year is it?
Don't know.
What has happened to the world in this movie?
I mean,
what?
For quite a bit of it, I was expecting some sort of sci-fi twist.
Yeah.
That never occurs.
Yeah.
And
unless you consider Twins a sci-fi twist. In which case I need to talk to my nephews.
I mean, they are an abomination, so...
I don't disagree.
I was only specifically talking about your nephews.
Right, no, I figured.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, and I said what I said. Yeah, just... What?
There's...
Give me a title card. Give me something. Bring me into this world.
Yeah.
So I'm not just left to ask questions like, what happened here?
There's a certain type of comic book that you find when you go to conventions, when you travel through Artist Alley, that you clearly see that this person, they love what they're doing, but they are also just pulling everything that they love together to make a thing that is just a nonsensical mishmash of those things without any real thought or feeling into it. And that is exactly what this movie is.
You're 100% right. That's the perfect description of what this movie is. It's the kind of movie that you would find at the dollar store.
Yeah. Which I did.
Which you did.
Yeah. It's also it's the kind of movie that when you're 12 years old you dream it up, and then you make no changes to it when you're old enough to have written it.
Yeah, I almost wonder, like, did they come up with the title first and think, oh, terminal means different things?
Possibly.
What if there was a movie that was that? And one of the characters is terminally ill, and it takes place at a train terminal, and what's happening to the lights?
They're neon.
Whoa! Is it Los Angeles in 2019?
I don't know what's happening. Something in my house just kicked on, and all the lights said, fuck off.
Perfect. You know what? The computer's still going, so that's really all that matters.
So I turned around to look. Had to make sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, every light in this movie is neon.
Right.
Neon.
Or flashing for some reason.
Right.
Maybe there's a corridor where the lights just sort of pulse down it. For reasons.
Right.
It looks neat.
Sure.
But it doesn't make any fucking sense.
There are visually appealing aspects to this movie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mike Myers.
Margot Robbie is distractingly beautiful. It really is just, like, a problem. And then you get two Margot Robbies?
Crazy.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Sweet dreams.
man, twins!
She's a very pretty lady.
She's an attractive woman, yes. And a very talented actress. I thought she was very good in this.
She is very good in this. I think Simon Pegg is very good in this, too.
Simon Pegg is great in this.
And that's pretty much the end of my compliments for this movie.
You didn't think Mike Myers' transformation into Mr. Frederick? Is it Mr. Frederick?
Mr. Franklin.
Mr. Franklin. You didn't think that was chameleon-like?
Nope. And even that's not his real name.
You didn't like when he wore prosthetic makeup and obviously looked like Mike Myers, and then he took off his prosthetic makeup and still just was obviously Mike Myers. I don't understand. When did he start doing this character? And why is he doing this character?
This movie makes no goddamn sense.
I need a prequel comic about the world of Terminal.
The transformation of Colton Sharp?
Clinton
Sharp.
Yeah.
To
he did not have sexual relations. When she first is like, or should I say, Clinton? I was like, is he Bill Clinton in this? What year is it? What's happening?
I mean, he's kind of chubby. He's got white hair.
Well, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. When does Clinton Sharp decide to become a crippled janitor?
Yeah.
And also Mr. Franklin.
Mr. Franklin, not Mr. Frederick. Oh my god. What a movie.
Because I would also assume that as the janitor, he is actually doing janitorial work on top of it all.
I would assume so as well. At least we see him disposing of some bodies.
Sure, yeah. But, you know, he's not just running around with that push broom for nothing.
Yeah.
Surely there'd be another janitor who would cause trouble.
That's true. Did he interview for this job?
And then build his secret lair underneath?
Right? What the fuck? How long has he been living as this guy?
Or does he just own this train station?
This movie also owes a lot to the prestige. Does he own the train station?
Are train stations privately owned?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, we don't have trains here, so...
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, we have... Yeah, we have one character living as multiple people. And then we have another character with a secret twin. Yeah, just pick a lane.
Right? And so speaking of Annie, I don't think we even learn her sister's name.
IMDB says it's Bonnie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they ever say that.
I think it's Annie Banani.
So are they both pretending to be the one person at different times?
I don't
know. Which one of them works at the diner?
Mm-hmm.
The functioning
right
diner that people come into. That can't just be a front to exact revenge upon people.
What happened to her thumb? Or her finger? Remember there's that part where she has like a cut on her finger?
Yeah.
And it like shows, like she says it's a lesson in self-control or something.
Uh-huh.
And it shows a part where she's like holding a knife and sort of like grinding her finger against it and it bleeds.
Uh-huh.
It felt like that was a flash to another scene that we were going to see. But we never see that scene.
No.
And so did Bonnie also have to cut her finger?
Like the Prestige?
Like the Prestige?
Spoiler for the Prestige, by the way.
Deal with it. It's still fucking great.
It is.
It's Christopher Nolan's best movie.
I agree.
Other than maybe Memento.
Hard agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely his last good one.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck?
So the entire time we bounce back and forth between Margot Robbie bonding with Simon Pegg's character, and then flashing back to mysteriously 3 weeks earlier, and and the machinations of her dealing with these two laborious assassins.
Yes.
Just a couple of tedious characters by some tedious actors.
Vincent and Alfred.
Yep.
Alfred played by Jeremy Irons' son, whose name I don't remember right now.
Max.
There you go.
Yeah. The Vincent, of course, my first thought was Vincent Vega.
Obviously.
From Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
But yeah, two hitmen wearing suits, bantering, but just not nearly as charismatic or likable as any other movie hitman that has ever existed.
Right. Oh, do you think it's because they're British? And by definition, British hitmen are just not charismatic. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. I'm really glad we cleared that up.
Boy, we are just coming out swinging against the Brits today.
You know what? We declared independence from them for a reason. USA. USA.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. Isn't Margot Robbie actually Australian?
I believe you're right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, so she's clear.
She's good, yeah.
Yeah. She was oppressed by the Brits.
Right.
Only Simon Pegg gets a free pass.
Oh my god. I don't know. This movie was rough.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, ultimately, it's all just about Margot Robbie's characters working out their childhood trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out to just be a revenge plot.
Yeah.
That just makes no sense. It comes out of nowhere each time.
Yeah.
I started sort of getting hints that, okay, there was some sort of connection between her and Simon Pegg's character in the past.
Yeah.
But then when it's actually revealed what it is, again, it's the broad strokes are there, but the specifics of it come out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not nearly as breakneck as the fact that Mike Myers is their dad.
Right. And there are two of them.
And there's twins.
Oh my god. Was it worth $1?
No.
No.
Oh, yes, because I used the case.
The case was worth $1.
The case was worth $1.
The movie, not so much.
Nope.
Oof.
But, also, I'm glad that I did, actually watch it rather than just get rid of it immediately.
Yeah.
As I have done with most of my Dollar Tree purchases where I just buy it for the case.
Sure.
I found some real gems at Dollar Tree, though, so...
Why are you glad that you watched this?
Yeah, I like to...
You can't say just for the experience of having watched a Dollar Tree movie. Tell me what about the movie itself makes you glad that you watched it.
You know what? I do always appreciate a big swing.
Okay.
And this movie is the biggest swing and the biggest whiff.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, it swings hard.
Yeah. I can't even remember the name of the guy who wrote and directed this.
I don't remember either.
I do know that once I look it up, I'll make sure that I do not see any more of his movies.
I'm interested to know if he made any other movies. Because I did read that this movie showed in one theater in the UK its opening weekend.
I mean, Margot Robbie produced this movie.
Okay.
And so it filmed in 2016.
Okay.
And she announced that she would be in it, I think early 2016.
Okay.
When did Suicide Squad come out?
I think 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice came out in 2016, correct?
Yeah, and that came out before Suicide Squad.
Right.
So maybe it was late 2016, early 2017
Okay.
for Suicide Squad.
Because I feel like she had been around. She was in like Wolf of Wall Street. Apparently, also the movie About Time.
Oh, really? Okay.
I watched that with my ex, and she was like, "Hey, it's Margot Robbie," and I was like, "Who?" And she kept pointing at this very attractive blonde woman on the screen. It's like, no, what? Turns out it was.
When Rachel McAdams is around, all I see is Rachel McAdams.
I mean, that is also fair.
Yeah.
But she just, 15 years ago, whenever that movie was made, she looked way different for some reason.
Interesting.
Just I guess younger. I don't know, but it took me a bit to put the connection that was actually her, but other than that, like I think I saw Wolf of Wall Street and hated it.
Yeah. I don't even know what the right word to describe that movie is. It's wrong.
Yeah,
I hate it,
and I know that it's not supposed to be celebrating
right
him,
but it feels like it sort of is.
It really does. Like there's definitely a reason the wrong people are getting the message out of that movie.
Yeah,
you know? That and Scarface,
right?
And Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. But it really feels like Suicide Squad was sort of when she just kind of exploded.
Yeah,
and I mean she's very good, and it's possibly the only good thing about that movie.
Okay, I've never seen that one.
Do you like?
No. Not really, no.
Okay.
I saw the James Gunn one, so I feel like I'm good.
I mean, you are. But what I was going to ask is, do you like it when you're over at somebody else's house and they're playing a video game, but they don't allow you to play it, and it's only cutscenes?
That's a very specific scenario.
Yeah. But that is the closest I can get to describing what the first Suicide Squad movie is like.
Okay.
It is just watching cutscenes of a video game where you're not allowed to play.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It's not great. It's a bad movie.
Yeah, okay.
But Margot Robbie, obviously good in it.
Obviously.
Enough that it got her a spin-off and a sequel.
Yeah.
And then Barbie, she's amazing in that.
Yeah.
So she is like the really only positive thing in this movie.
Yeah.
But it also feels like it sort of came out, or it feels like she didn't have what I would think is the star power to get a movie like this made.
Yeah.
When she got this movie made.
Sure. Maybe that's where Mike Myers comes in.
It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe even a Simon
Pegg.
Pegg.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least two of them are putting in effort.
Right. And the scenes between Margot Robbie and Simon Pegg are great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're both fantastic.
If that was the movie, if it was just that small story,
right,
I think it'd be a great movie.
You could build a story out of that.
Yeah.
Even make it a noir, even make it a thriller or a revenge plot.
Yeah.
Build that up make us give a shit about the ultimate outcome.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with it, is that it all feels forced once it's finally revealed.
Yeah. There's a character whose last name is Iscariot. Like
yes.
Judas.
Yep.
And he, spoiler alert, betrays his partner.
Yep.
Like, slow down, movie.
Yeah, I'm too busy processing all this Alice in Wonderland stuff.
Right. The Matrix.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. No.
I get them confused.
But all the Alice in Wonderland stuff made me think of the Matrix. Shut up. This movie's bad, and I'm mad at you.
That's not what I was trying to do.
I know, I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
That I'm too dumb to know.
I know, I understand. Yeah, I know. Oh boy.
We don't watch TV in my house.
I almost just called it The Terminal. Terminal. Ugh.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just don't. It's, you know what? If you see it at the Dollar Tree and you do know that you have a Blu-ray case that you need to replace,
yes,
absolutely. Pay that $1.25 for that.
Yeah.
And then the disc itself, you just toss it like a fucking frisbee out onto the road.
That can go in the trash.
Yep. When you're in the parking lot of the Dollar Tree after having purchased it, you crack that open. You take out the disc, you throw it out the window like a frisbee.
Yeah.
And then you safely throw away the rest of it, and it's proper
receptacle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the disc, fuck it.
Yeah. I would try and throw it onto the roof of the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So that eventually, whenever someone goes up there, they will just find a collection of Terminal Blu-rays. And they can wonder why. Just like we did after we watched this movie.
And then find episode 342 of The Viewmasters.
Make sure the SEO terms for this post are Terminal Y.
I will.
Terminal movie Y. I don't know.
There was one Dollar Tree movie that I bought. Again, some that I've wound up buying multiple copies of, just because, again, I'm just looking to replace cases.
Sure.
And I had to go get gas, and so I had like this movie with a now busted case, because I had to replace the case, and like this movie that I didn't want. So I just left it at the pump at the gas station.
Nice.
And I went to go grocery shopping or whatever, and then when I came back, the movie was gone. So somebody took it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the movie was?
I do not. I think Spree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It feels like it's like a horror movie about social media.
Okay. Boy, that's what a horror show that is, huh?
Right?
Oof.
You can find us on X.
Oh, no.
You can't.
No, not at all.
I'm done. I'm gone.
My account's still there.
Okay, yeah.
Placeholder.
I deleted my shit, so...
Nice.
No way that he's getting my stuff.
Oh, boy. Is anything making you happy this week, Eric? Because our discussion of this movie is Terminal. Terminated.
Oh, boy. So... It's weird, is we delayed. Well, we got together last week, but we just hung out. But like before that, I had been thinking, I gotta answer, what's making me happy, and then I haven't thought about that since.
Okay.
And so now, like, I have no idea. I guess I got some good movies.
Yeah,
recently.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Buying used movies and a couple new ones.
Buying used movies is fun.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
I got Demolition Man on Blu-ray.
Hell yeah!
That made me very happy to find that.
Is that one hard to find?
Yeah, I haven't really been able to track one down before a couple days ago.
Nice.
Like I don't think it's rare or anything, but I also feel like it's kind of one of those movies people just don't get rid of.
Yeah, it's true that everybody who bought Demolition Man on Blu-ray is going to hold on to it.
Yeah. I think if you're the kind of person who wants Demolition Man on Blu-ray, there's a reason for that.
Right. You're not going to change your mind on that one.
Nope.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I guess that.
Nice. I like that. Oh, now I have to think of something. Oh, no.
Is this year of oh-nos?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I've been off work all week.
Okay.
Took the week between Christmas and New Year's off.
Sure.
That's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's enough.
I think so. Yeah.
Time off is good.
It is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
I had Christmas Day off this past week.
Nice.
Which is like,
take the boss's birthday. That makes sense.
Sure. It was nice to just have a day.
Yeah.
And then my family we don't do much for Christmas. I just went over for dinner, but up until then, even after that, it was very low key and very quiet, and then came the point when we were eating dinner. I was like, oh fuck, I got to go to work tomorrow. But,
that is a horrible realization.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nice to have that day off. I'm looking forward to this next Monday off. I feel I'm almost gonna feel spoiled.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not 7 days in a row off, but I take what I can get.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't mean to brag. I apologize.
It's fine. My boss wants us to close the office for Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
Which I am not opposed to. Except for the fact that at my old job they also did this, and again I understand the importance of it. I'm not against it. I am not Arizona.
Right.
Fully supportive of Martin Luther King Day. But
I feel like you're building to something.
My theory on it is that I get Christmas off and I get New Year's off, and then 2 weeks later you want me to take another day off.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to have another day off until July 4th.
Right.
That is a long ass time without a break.
Yeah, can you bank that day for something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be working on Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
Just so I can take a different day off sometime before I get driven insane by not having days off.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I support that decision.
Yeah. And you know what? I think Dr. King would support that decision too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's interesting. That might be a little far. I'm not sure about that.
Malcolm X would?
Okay. If that helps. Is this the last episode of the Viewmasters?
I don't know. You're supposed to pick a new movie, so
oh boy,
it's in your hands.
Oh boy. Oh man. No, we're just getting started, people.
All right.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
What do you got in mind for next week?
We're gonna come roaring into 2024. Fast and Furious. No, so we've talked about this beforehand. I have never seen any. You're good.
I'm good.
I have never seen any of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yep.
You, I believe, have seen all of them?
I have not.
Oh, you haven't? Perfect.
I've seen 5 on.
Okay, gotcha.
But I have not seen the first 4.
Okay. So yeah, let's watch all of the Fast and Furious movies.
We're doing another franchise.
Hell yeah!
I'm excited about this.
Yeah. So next week we will be watching The Fast and the Furious.
The very first one.
Yes.
Vin Diesel, Paul Walker.
Anybody else?
Michelle Rodriguez?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
The Rock?
No. I can safely say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there is a movie called The Fast and the Furious from, I believe, the 40s.
Yes.
Should we watch that as well?
Nah.
Okay.
Maybe after we watch the series.
Okay.
We'll see how
Perfect.
we feel, unless we're just totally burnt out.
There was also a movie that I got from Dollar Tree to get a DVD case. I believe it's called Young, Fierce, and Reckless. Or maybe Fast, Fierce, and Reckless.
I believe I've seen that.
Should
yes.
we watch that one too?
Let's not.
Okay.
We did our Dollar Tree experiment today.
Oh, next week, The Fast and the Furious saga begins. We'll see you then.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at our website, view.guttertrash.net, or on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit our website at view.guttertrash.net for information about our Twitter and Instagram. Once again, thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. We'll see you next time.